Okay, so this is day 10. I've stuck with this for 10 days. First, I want to give a little update. After Sunday's show, it went a lot smoother. All the rough spots were smoothed out. I did bungle one of my lines, and I think I did it in a way that it looked like it was a mistake. But that's okay because I did not end the night with such vocal strain that I had on Saturday night. There's still some discomfort, so I'm taking it easy, which is a little bit alarming because we still have a bajillion more shows, and then in the beginning of January I have musicals I want to audition for. So oh well, that I'm just trying to take care of myself. Anyways, this one I want to talk about some stories from the time I worked retail one Christmas. There were some good ones. So I worked in like a gardening, home improvement kind of store. So around Christmas we were selling trees and decorations and like live wreaths and garlands and stuff. So it wasn't quite the madness of Black Friday that you have at like Walmart or whatever, but it was still, as I was working on Black Friday, it was still an experience that gave me a lot more appreciation for people who work retail every day. And actually for my performance, I've been drawing on a little bit of that and a little bit of other not so great jobs I've had, because at the end of the day, my character is just someone who's overworked and underpaid and has a terrible boss and a terrible job. But anyways, here's a couple of fantastic stories working Christmas retail. The first was, I actually had a number of people coming into Black Friday to make returns. Returns were always a sticky process for me. Like, I never figured out how to make the POS software work with returns. It was always a struggle. And I just want to know what crossed someone's mind when they thought, yes, it's Black Friday. It's the most insane shopping day of the entire year. Let's go and make return. And I also had someone who had come in and bought something that morning, right when we opened, and then like 5 minutes before closing, went to return it. That happened. These things that cross people's minds. That job made me realize, okay, well, if I'm going to buy something before I walk home with it, I'm going to have a really good think about making sure that it's exactly what I want. So, I only have to bring it back if I find out there's something wrong with it when I got home. I had somebody pay in 76 $1 bills. I'm not exaggerating. So I watched her count out 76 $1 bills, and then I counted out, again, 76 $1 bills, as the line keeps growing and growing. My favorite was somebody who had a massive cart full of all kinds of fantastic, fun Christmas decorations. Now, she had two carts. She had two carts that she was hauling around. And then, not only that, she kept... I'd start ringing her up, and then she'd be like, oh, wait, no, I need some of those. Oh, wait, no, I need some of those. So she just... And anyways, once this started, I knew this was going to, be a story to be told. So I looked at the clock at the start so I could make sure I knew how long this whole saga would unfold. So she kept going back and getting more and more and more. She had this teenage son with her who the whole time was like, Mom! Singing, man, just grumbling in the background, and this lady is going and getting all her stuff. So she has, enough Christmas decorations to, do Santa proud. And ring up everything. It was a lot of stuff. It was like $600 worth of Christmas decorations. I'm not even kidding. This wasn't even with like a tree or something big and expensive like that. This was just like ornaments and candles and bows and little things. carts and carts of them. And so I go to ring her up. And then she says, all right, I'm going to pay with a check. And then her teenage son is going, yeah, Mom, why can't you just put it on your card? You don't write a check anymore. Which all of us was thinking. But only the 15-year-old had the balls to say it out loud. Because he wasn't getting paid to be nice to anyone. And she says to him, oh, no, because I don't want it to the process immediately, which makes me think, great, this lady's going to write a check that's going to bounce. And so she's going to go to check it, writing her check, and I'm realizing that this was my first retail job. I was woefully undertrained. I had never done a check before. I had never been shown how to do a check, but luckily, this was the one time when I could play around with the POS software and find out how to do a check. But then the thing pops up after I put in all the information, which takes a while, and the line is backing up. Put in the information. And then it says, well, you need to call the bank because this check is over $500. And I'm trying so hard to be so nice to this lady, and I have to say, all right, I have to call it in. So I don't even know where to find the number. I have to get someone to help me find the number. There's this big binder of information that they don't show the seasonal workers that they pull out, and you have to call the number, call the bank to approve the transaction. And then turns out it was not the right number. No one knows how to find the right number. So, we're getting the managers and running all over the place trying to get this number to get this lady. And the kid the whole time is just going, Mom, put it on your debit card. It finally goes through. Amazingly, because based on what she had said, I was expecting a bounced check. But the point of it is it took 40 minutes. It took 40 minutes with her going up to the register the first time and getting all of her extra stuff and the check and the calling the bank and the finding the number. It was an experience. And I'm telling these stories, and I know that these are very mild in comparison to some other things seasonal workers and retail workers in general have had to put up with. So, this holiday season when you're doing your shopping, please try to exercise a little bit of extra patience, because, retail workers, they get treated bad and they don't get paid anything. And then they get fired. Well, laid off. Lack of work, on December 24th, which is always fun. So, y'all have fun and be safe and be kind, please. Please.